As the moon rises gently above the land, casting its soft light across the vast expanse of the world, the night begins its quiet, serene embrace. The soft silver glow of the moon bathes the landscape in a peaceful light, making the world seem timeless, as if everything is moving at its own pace, unhurried and at ease. The air is cool, crisp, and full of the earthy scent of wet soil, pine, and the faintest hint of fresh grass. It smells like peace, like everything is in its place. You feel the cool breeze against your skin, gentle and soothing, whispering through the trees and making the leaves rustle in harmony with the rhythm of the night. The sound is soft, almost like a lullaby, carrying you deeper into the tranquility of the moment. As you look around, the world seems to pause. The landscape is at rest, and you too feel as though time has slowed down, just enough for you to truly take in the stillness. Pause. The vastness of the night sky above, dotted with a million tiny points of light, makes you feel small, but in a peaceful way, connected to everything, a part of something greater than yourself. The castle stands in the distance, its silhouette looming large and strong against the dark sky. Its tall, imposing walls are softened by the moonlight, casting long, deep shadows that stretch across the land. Pause. The sight of it is both majestic and quietly intimidating, standing as a sentinel that has watched over this land for centuries. Its stone walls, though still strong and unyielding, seem to hum with the weight of time. You can almost hear the whispers of history echoing from within its ancient walls, telling the stories of all who have lived there, of those who have passed through its gates and those who have stayed within its shadow. As you draw closer to the castle, the sound of your footsteps is muffled by the soft moss beneath your feet. Each step is quiet, and you find a strange comfort in the softness of the earth beneath you. The air is cooler here, the temperature dropping as you move further into the shadow of the castle's walls. The castle is surrounded by trees, their tall, dark forms swaying gently in the night breeze. The rustling of the leaves blends with the distant calls of night birds, their voices soft and haunting, as if calling out to you from far away. The stone walls of the castle feel ancient, worn down by the years, yet still strong, still proud. The texture of the stone beneath your hand is rough and cool, and you can almost feel the history etched into every crack and crevice. Pause. As you run your fingers over the stone, you imagine the lives that have passed through this very spot, the footsteps of kings and queens, knights and travelers, all of whom have walked these same halls, felt the same cool stone, and gazed up at the same towering walls. And yet, there is a sense of quiet emptiness here now. The castle is silent, its halls still, as though the lives that once filled it have faded into the past. You step closer, your footsteps echoing softly against the stone. The air feels thick with the weight of history, as though the castle is holding its breath, waiting for something or someone to awaken it. The faint glow of the moon casts long shadows across the courtyard, the stillness broken only by the occasional rustle of the wind through the trees and the soft chirping of night creatures hidden among the shadows. The courtyard, once filled with bustling activity and the sounds of life, now stands empty, quiet, abandoned. Pause. The sound of your breath is the only thing that breaks the silence, and you take a moment to pause, to simply breathe in the calm of the night. You can almost feel the castle's presence, its history woven into every stone, every crevice. It is a presence that feels both comforting and oppressive, like an old, familiar friend who has seen more than you could ever know. Pause. The castle stands as a monument to the past, its walls speaking of long-forgotten tales, of victories won and lost, of lives lived within its fortress-like embrace. It is both a place of safety and of confinement, a space where life has unfolded in the shadow of its towering walls. The moonlight bathes the castle in a soft, ethereal glow, making it seem almost magical, like something out of a dream. As you stand there gazing up at the castle, you feel a sense of awe mixed with a quiet unease. The beauty of the place is undeniable, but there is something about it that feels distant, almost unreachable. Pause. You can't help but wonder what lies behind those stone walls, what stories are hidden within the dark corridors and rooms that have remained untouched for so long. The air around you feels thick with the promise of something waiting, something watching, but for now there is nothing but the quiet, steady rhythm of the night. The stars above you shine softly, like distant beacons guiding the way, their light steady and unwavering. The fireflies flicker in the trees, their tiny lights dancing in the darkness like fleeting sparks of life. And as you stand there, feeling the cool stone beneath your fingers, the stillness of the night wraps itself around you, calming your thoughts and soothing your spirit. The world continues its steady rhythm. The night moves on, slow and unhurried. The castle stands in silence, its walls watching, waiting. And as you stand there, taking in the quiet beauty of the night, you realize that you are part of something timeless, something that has been unfolding for centuries. Pause. The land, the trees, the castle. They are all part of the same unbroken flow, the same rhythm that moves through the earth, through the stars, through life itself. You take a deep breath, feeling the cool night air fill your lungs, and you let go of the day's burdens. The castle is quiet, the land is at peace, and in this moment, all is as it should be. As the night stretches on, the castle stands still, its towering walls casting long shadows across the land. The soft, silvery light of the moon bathes the stones, turning them into a mass of shapes and contours, almost lifelike in their quiet majesty. The wind picks up again, carrying with it the coolness of the night, and the trees around the castle sway gently, their leaves rustling as if whispering their own ancient secrets to the world. You feel the coolness of the night air against your skin as you move closer to the castle. The atmosphere is thick with history, each stone a silent witness to centuries of stories. The land around you, though serene and peaceful, is steeped in the memories of those who lived here before, those who called the castle their home. The castle's dark silhouette looms over you, both comforting and unsettling in its grandiosity. It is not just a building, it is a symbol, a presence, a keeper of stories that span generations. As you approach the castle's main gates, you feel a strange pull, an invitation to enter, to uncover the mysteries that lie within. The gates, heavy and imposing, creak open with the slightest touch, as though the castle itself is welcoming you inside. You step across the threshold, the cool stone of the floor beneath your feet, and you find yourself in a long, narrow hallway. The walls, lined with faded tapestries and portraits of long-forgotten ancestors, stretch before you. The air is thick with the scent of aged wood, dust, and a faint hint of something musty, like the past itself has settled here, unwilling to let go. The hallway seems to stretch on forever, the dim light of the torches flickering against the walls, casting long shadows that twist and dance like ghosts. The deeper you go into the castle, the more oppressive the air feels, as if the castle is alive with memories, its very walls carrying the weight of those who have come and gone. You walk quietly, your footsteps soft against the stone floor, as though you too are trying to remain unnoticed, trying to slip unnoticed through the layers of time that cling to the place. As you continue down the hallway, you come to a large arched door at the end. It is ancient, the wood warped and worn, the iron hinges rusty from years of neglect. But there is something about it, a feeling that pulls you toward it, as though it holds the key to something forgotten, something buried beneath the surface of the castle. You reach out, your fingers brushing against the cold metal of the door handle. It feels heavy, as though the door is resisting you, unwilling to open. But with a gentle push, it gives way, creaking as it opens into the dimly lit chamber beyond. Inside, the air is musty, the light faint. The room is enormous, its high ceilings supported by thick stone columns that stretch up to the shadows above. In the dim light, you can make out the outlines of old furniture, covered in dust and cobwebs. The room feels abandoned, as though it hasn't been touched in ages, yet there is an undeniable presence here, something that hangs in the air, making the room feel alive in its silence. You step into the room, your breath slow and steady, your senses heightened. There is something almost hypnotic about the stillness, as if time itself is moving at a different pace within these walls. You feel the weight of history pressing down on you, and you can't shake the feeling that the room is watching you, that the walls are waiting for something. As you walk through the chamber, you come across a small wooden table, its surface worn and scarred by years of use. There are pieces of paper scattered across the table, some yellowed with age, others torn and faded. You carefully pick one up, unfolding it slowly, and as you read the faded ink, you realize it is a letter. One written long ago, a letter that has survived the ravages of time. The letter speaks of lost love, of betrayal, and of a promise made in secret. It is a fragment of a life lived within these walls, a reminder that the castle, though empty now, was once full of life, full of secrets, full of stories. You set the letter down gently, your heart heavy with the weight of its words, and you continue to explore the room, each step taking you deeper into the mysteries that lie within the castle. The deeper you go, the more you realize that the castle is not just a structure. It is a repository of memories, of lives lived, of stories forgotten by time. As the night stretches on, the castle seems to grow quieter, the weight of the past pressing in, its presence felt in every creak of the floorboards, every whisper of the wind outside. The walls, though thick and strong, seem to close in around you, as though they are holding on to something that will never be released. You stand there, in the heart of the castle, surrounded by the echoes of those who have lived and died here. Their stories are etched into the walls, into the very stone that holds the castle together. And as you stand there, you realize that you are not just a visitor, not just an outsider. You are part of the story, part of the rhythm that has played out in this castle for centuries. You, like the castle, are connected to the past, to the history, to the lives that have come before you. And in that moment you feel a quiet peace settle over you, a sense of belonging that is timeless, unbroken, and eternal. The castle, though quiet and still, holds within it an ancient pulse. As the morning light begins to spread over the land, the castle remains nestled within its darkened shadow, untouched by the outside world. The cool air of the early day brushes against the stone walls, carrying with it the scent of the earth and the faintest whisper of something long forgotten. The stone walls, though crumbled and worn, stand firm, their The stones of the castle have weathered centuries of storms and battles, of triumphs and failures, but they still stand strong, stubbornly preserving the secrets buried within them. As you walk through the corridors of the castle, the sounds of your footsteps echo through the cold stone halls, a steady rhythm that feels almost intrusive in the otherwise silent space. The walls, thick and unyielding, seem to close in around you, their presence constant, pressing gently but firmly. Every creak of the old wood beneath your feet, every distant sound of movement within the castle, feels amplified, as though the building itself is alive, listening to every breath, every step. The air is cool and carries a faint musty scent, the lingering smell of centuries of dust and decay. The light filters through narrow windows, casting long shadows that stretch across the floors and walls. The light is dim but soft, like a gentle reminder of the past. Yet it illuminates just enough for you to see the ancient stonework that covers the walls, the faded tapestries that hang loosely from their once vibrant frames. There is a stillness here, an absence of life that adds to the weight of the castle's history. As you move deeper into the castle, the halls seem to stretch on endlessly, each turn leading to another long corridor or chamber that feels equally untouched. The silence, while comforting, begins to feel heavier. The castle's many rooms, though seemingly abandoned, are full of forgotten stories, remnants of those who once walked its halls. Their presence is almost palpable, as though their shadows still linger, watching, waiting to be remembered. You find yourself drawn towards a darkened staircase that leads further into the heart of the castle. The stone steps are cold beneath your feet, their surfaces worn smooth from years of use. The further you descend, the quieter it becomes, until the only sound you can hear is the soft rustling of the wind against the walls and the occasional creak of the wooden beams overhead. The deeper you go, the more you feel a sense of anticipation, as if you are being guided into a place where the past is not only alive, but eager to be discovered. At the bottom of the staircase, you find yourself in a small, dimly lit chamber. The air here is colder, damp with the scent of earth and stone. The room is small but holds a weight of significance, as if it has been untouched by time, preserved for something that awaits. You step forward, your hand grazing along the stone walls, feeling the coolness of the surface beneath your fingers. There is a sense of something hidden here, something that the castle is holding on to, refusing to release. In the center of the room, there is an old wooden chest, its surface worn and scratched, the wood darkened with age. The lock is rusted, its metal surface chipped and eroded by time. But there is something about it, something about the way it sits there, that draws you closer. It is as if the chest itself is waiting, holding its breath, daring you to open it and uncover whatever secrets it contains. You kneel before it, your hands trembling slightly as you reach for the lock. The moment your fingers touch the cold metal, a shiver runs through you, a reminder of the weight of the castle's history, of all that has come before. With a soft click, the lock gives way, and you open the chest. Inside, the contents are simple but significant, a collection of old scrolls worn with age, their edges frayed and delicate. You gently lift one from the chest, unfurling it carefully. The ink faded but still legible. The writing is foreign to you, the symbols strange, but the feeling that it carries, the weight of the words, is unmistakable. These are the words of the past, the memories of those who once lived here, written down and preserved in silence, waiting to be rediscovered. The air in the room feels thick with the weight of history as you read the ancient words, your mind swirling with the realization that these were the thoughts, the fears, the hopes of those who came before. The past, though long gone, has not faded completely. It lives on in the castle, in the stones, in the scrolls, in the air that surrounds you. The walls may be silent, but they speak in the language of the past. And now you are part of that conversation, part of the flow of life that has been moving through this place for centuries. As you slowly place the scroll back into the chest, you feel a deep sense of connection to the land, to the castle, to the people who lived and died here. Their stories are not lost, not forgotten, but carried on through the walls, through the earth, through the air. The castle may be a place of silence, but it is a silence full of life, full of memory, full of stories waiting to be uncovered. And now, in this quiet moment, you too are a part of it. As the air in the chamber grows colder and the night deepens, you leave the room and make your way back toward the staircase. The silence around you is profound, but it no longer feels oppressive. The castle, though dark and quiet, has offered you a glimpse into the past, and in this moment you are at peace. The land, the castle, the stories, it is all part of the same unbroken rhythm, the same eternal flow, and you are a part of it. The castle, though it stands tall against the sky, is not impervious to the passage of time. Time moves slowly, imperceptibly, yet it leaves its mark on everything. The walls, though still sturdy, seem to hold the weight of centuries. Each stone feels as though it carries the memory of the people who have come before, the weight of their hopes, their dreams, their struggles, and their triumphs. The air in the castle is thick with history, each breath filled with the echoes of the past. As you move deeper into the castle, you can feel the weight of time pressing in on you. The walls seem to close around you, their cold stone pressing against your skin. The flickering torchlight casts long shadows, twisting and stretching like the memories of those who lived here. Every step you take seems to reverberate in the silence, the sound of your footsteps echoing through the empty halls like a faint reminder that you are walking in the footsteps of those who have come before. The silence of the castle is heavy, suffocating almost, but it is also filled with a kind of reverence. The air is cool, but there is something comforting about it, as though the castle is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen, waiting for the next chapter to unfold. You pause for a moment, feeling the stillness settle over you, and for a brief moment, you can almost hear the whispers of the past, the voices of those who have walked these halls, the murmur of conversations long forgotten, the faint rustle of footsteps that have long since faded. In this silence, you can feel the presence of the past all around you. The people who once lived here, the lords and ladies, the soldiers and servants, their lives are written in the very stone, the very air of the castle. Their stories are not gone, not forgotten, but continue to live on, in the walls, in the floors, in the very essence of the place. The castle is more than just a building. It is a living, breathing monument to the past, a place where time has etched its mark into every corner. As you walk through the castle, you feel as though you are walking through a memory. The hallways, the rooms, the chambers, all of them seem to hold a story, a moment frozen in time. The weight of history is palpable, and you can't help but feel a deep sense of awe as you pass through each space. The castle may be empty now, but it is not devoid of life. It is filled with the presence of the past, the memories of those who once called this place home. You pause in front of a portrait hanging on the wall, its colours faded with age. It is of a man, his face serious, his eyes staring directly at you, as if waiting for you to acknowledge his existence. The portrait is old, the edges curling and worn, but the man's gaze remains strong, as though he is still here, watching over the castle. You can almost feel his presence, as though he is not just a figure in a painting, but a part of the very fabric of the castle itself. As you move deeper into the heart of the castle, the silence becomes more profound, more suffocating. The hallways narrow, the air colder, the shadows seem to stretch longer, deeper, as though they are swallowing the light itself. The castle, though it stands tall and proud, feels like a tomb for the past, a tomb for the memories that have long since faded. The walls, though still strong, seem to echo with the weight of the years, the weight of the lives that have come and gone. But there is also a sense of peace in this silence, a quiet reverence that settles over you, reminding you that the past is never truly gone. It lives on in the walls, in the stones, in the air that you breathe. The castle may be empty, but it is still full of life. The life of the past, the life of those who have come before. It is a reminder that time, though it moves on, never truly erases what has come before. The castle stands as a monument to the past, a place where memories are preserved, where time is frozen, and where the stories of those who lived and died within its walls continue to live on. The weight of time, though heavy, is not oppressive. It is a reminder that we are all part of a larger story, a story that stretches far beyond our individual lives. The outlaws, though they have fled from the law, are still part of this story. They are part of the land, part of the rhythm of life that continues, steady and unbroken. The castle, though it may seem like a relic of the past, is a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lives on in the land, in the stories, in the very air we breathe. As the day turns to evening, the castle seems to breathe with the rhythm of time. The shadows grow longer, the air cooler, and the world outside seems to fade into the distance. The outlaws, though they have left the castle behind, are still connected to it. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer controls them. They are free, and the land with all its history is theirs to walk. The cycle of life continues, steady and sure, unbroken by the weight of time. As the castle's towers fade into the distance, the land continues to stretch out in front of you, peaceful and unhurried. The forest, thick and full of life, seems to breathe in time with the land, the rustle of the trees in the breeze like a gentle lullaby, quiet and steady. The air is cool, fresh with the scent of earth and pine, carrying with it the promise of peace. Every breath you take feels like a connection to the world around you, as if each step you take is guided by something much older than you, something timeless. You walk along the forest path, your footsteps soft against the earth, and you feel the weight of history settle around you. The castle, with its towering walls and long history, may be behind you now, but its presence lingers in the land. The stories of those who lived and died there, their joys, their struggles, their victories and defeats, are still carried on the wind, still whispered through the trees, still reflected in the flow of the river. The earth beneath your feet feels solid, grounding you in the present, while also connecting you to everything that has come before. The rhythm of life flows around you, steady and unbroken, and as you move through the forest, you feel a deep connection to the land, to the stories that have been passed down, to the generations who have walked this very earth. The sound of the river is constant, a steady murmur in the background, its flow uninterrupted by time. The water moves smoothly, carrying with it the stories of the past, the whispers of those who have come before. The outlaws, though they have left the castle and the life they once knew, are still part of the land, still part of the river, still part of the unbroken flow of life. They are not isolated, not separated from the world. They are part of the land, part of the rhythm that continues through everything. As you stand by the river, watching the water move steadily along its course, you realize that the past is never truly gone. It is still with you, carried by the land, by the air, by the water that flows endlessly through the valley. The castle may have fallen, the law may have chased you into the forest, but the stories, the lives that have come before, are still a part of you. They are carried with you, just as the river carries the stories of the land, flowing steadily, unbroken. The trees around you stand tall, their branches swaying gently in the breeze, their leaves rustling softly. They are silent witnesses to the passage of time, their presence unyielding, their roots deep in the earth. The outlaws, though they may walk a different path, are still part of the land, still connected to the trees, to the river, to the world that has been shaped by the passage of time. The land is full of stories, full of memories of those who have come before. The air, thick with history, carries the weight of these memories, and as you walk through the forest, you feel their presence. The past may be distant, but it is never truly gone. It lingers in the earth, in the trees, in the water, in the very air that you breathe. The rhythm of life continues, unbroken, and you are part of that rhythm, part of that flow. The evening begins to settle in, the sky softening into hues of lavender and pink, the stars beginning to appear in the darkening sky. The outlaws, though their lives have been shaped by struggle, now rest in the quiet of the forest. The fire crackles softly beside them, its warmth a comfort against the cool air of the evening. The sounds of the night, the rustling of the leaves, the gentle murmur of the river, the distant calls of night birds fill the silence, offering a sense of calm, of peace. As the night deepens, the outlaws close their eyes, the warmth of the fire fading, but the peace of the night settling over them. They are part of the land, part of the rhythm that continues steady and sure. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer controls them. The land is their home now, the earth their companion, and in this moment, there is nothing but peace. This chapter continues to emphasize the connection between the outlaws and the land, highlighting the timelessness of nature and the flow of life that continues without interruption. Through detailed sensory descriptions of the river, trees, and the land, the narrative creates a deep sense of peace and tranquility, allowing the listener to feel a part of the eternal rhythm of life. This helps establish a soothing atmosphere, perfect for a sleep-inducing narrative. The stars above are beginning to fade as the sky gradually shifts from a deep indigo to a soft pale blue. The cool air of the night slowly begins to warm, kissed by the first light of dawn. The forest, though still and quiet, feels alive with anticipation. The trees stand tall, their branches reaching upward, their leaves trembling lightly in the breeze, which has turned from cool to warm, brushing against your skin like a gentle hand. The air smells fresh, like the earth has taken a deep breath after a long, peaceful night. It is a calming scent, one that fills your lungs with a quiet sense of renewal. The fire, now reduced to a bed of glowing embers, casts a soft, warm light in the surrounding dark. The crackling sound of the embers is a steady, comforting rhythm, like the heartbeat of the earth grounding you in the present moment. It is the kind of sound that brings comfort, like the gentle embrace of the night, soft and reassuring. The outlaws, still resting by the fire, are now waking, stretching slowly, and feeling the warmth of the morning sun on their skin. The first rays of sunlight begin to filter through the trees, casting soft rays of light onto the ground, where they slowly illuminate the forest floor. The world is waking up, steady and calm, just as it always does. The outlaws stand and stretch, feeling the cool earth beneath their feet, solid and grounding. They walk toward the river, their steps slow, deliberate, as if in harmony with the land around them. The river flows steadily, its waters smooth and calm, carrying the stories of the past as they glide by, uninterrupted. The soft murmur of the river is a reminder of the constant flow of life, of the way the world continues, even in the quiet moments. It is a sound that soothes, that calms, like the softest lullaby carried by the wind. As they stand by the water, watching the light of the morning dance on the surface of the river, the outlaws feel a deep sense of peace settle within them. The land, the river, the trees, the sky, they are all part of the same rhythm, the same pulse that moves through everything. The past, with all its struggles and challenges, is behind them now, fading into the background as the world moves forward, steady and sure. They are part of this world, part of the land, part of the flow of life that continues without interruption. The forest around them seems to come alive as the sun rises higher, its light spilling through the trees, turning the once shadowed world into a tapestry of green and gold. The leaves on the trees shimmer softly in the breeze, their surfaces glistening with dew, the fresh scent of earth and grass filling the air. The outlaws move slowly through the forest, their footsteps light as though they are in tune with the land itself, moving to the rhythm of the earth. The sounds of the forest, the rustling leaves, the distant calls of birds blend into a peaceful symphony, one that seems to echo through the land, calming and steady. As they walk, they feel the weight of the land beneath their feet, its solid, grounding presence connecting them to the world around them. The earth, though vast and ancient, feels familiar, a place of refuge and comfort. The forest, the river, the trees, they are not just parts of the land, they are part of the outlaws, part of the rhythm that they move to. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer controls them. The land is their companion now, steady and sure, a constant presence in their lives. The outlaws continue on their journey, moving through the forest with a sense of calm and certainty. The land is theirs, the world is theirs to walk, and as they move through it, they feel the steady rhythm of life in every step they take. The trees, the river, the sky, all of it moves with them, guiding them forward, as it always has. The castle, the law, the struggles of the past, all of it fades into the background as the world moves forward, steady and sure. The sun climbs higher in the sky, and the day begins to unfold before them. The air is warm, the breeze gentle, and the forest is alive with the soft sounds of nature. The outlaws walk through it all, their steps steady and calm, moving in time with the rhythm of the land. There is no rush, no need to hurry. The world moves at its own pace, and they move with it, part of the earth, part of the land, part of the eternal flow of life that continues, unbroken. As the morning continues, the outlaws find themselves at a quiet clearing by the river. The soft light of the day filters through the trees, casting a golden glow over the scene. The water flows steadily, its surface reflecting the light of the sun, creating ripples that shimmer and dance. The trees stand tall around them, their branches reaching toward the sky, their leaves rustling gently in the breeze. The world is peaceful, calm, full of the quiet rhythm of life. The outlaws rest here by the river, feeling the coolness of the water and the warmth of the sun. They are part of this world, part of the land, part of the flow of life that continues, unbroken. The fire has burned out, but the warmth of the land still fills the air, comforting them, soothing them. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer holds them. They are free, and as they sit by the river, they feel at peace. As the sun begins to set, casting its last rays of golden light across the land, the atmosphere grows thick with the quiet weight of the evening. The air, once warm from the day's sun, now cools, wrapping itself gently around everything in its path. The breeze stirs the leaves in the trees, a soft, soothing whisper that seems to speak a language only the land understands, carrying the ancient stories of those who have walked here before. The outlaws, though they have long since left the past behind, now find themselves moving through it once more. The shadows lengthen as the sun dips below the horizon, and the land feels both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. There is a sense of something ancient in the air, something timeless. The trees sway gently in the breeze, their branches creaking softly, as if they too are listening for the whispers of the past. The world around them seems to hold its breath, as though waiting for something to unfold. The fire beside them crackles softly, the embers glowing gently, casting a warm light on the quiet faces of the outlaws. The fire, though small, holds a power, a quiet, steady comfort. It is the heartbeat of the night, steady and unbroken, like the land itself. As the outlaws sit by the fire, they feel a deep connection to the world around them. The land, though vast and filled with history, is not a place of danger, but a place of connection. The river, flowing steadily by, carries with it the echoes of the past, the whispers of those who have lived before. The outlaws, though they have lived through much, now rest in the quiet embrace of the land, their hearts at peace. The fire crackles softly, its warmth a gentle reminder that life continues, even in the quiet moments. The stars begin to appear above, their light soft and constant, a reminder that the world moves on, even when the past may seem distant. The outlaws, though they have fled the law and the castle, are still part of the land. The rhythm of life, steady and sure, continues through them, through the land, through the air, through the river that flows steadily by. The trees around them sway gently in the breeze, their leaves rustling softly, adding to the symphony of the night. The sound of the river continues, its murmur steady and constant, like the pulse of the earth itself. The outlaws sit in silence, listening to the world around them. The quiet of the night, the gentle rustle of the leaves, the soft crackling of the fire, it all blends together, creating a peaceful atmosphere that wraps them in a sense of calm. The past, though it may have shaped their lives, no longer controls them. They are free, and in the quiet of the night, they are reminded of that freedom. The land is theirs, the fire is theirs, and the rhythm of the earth moves through them, steady and sure. The castle, the law, the struggles, they are all distant memories now, fading into the background as the night moves on, steady and unhurried. The stars above twinkle softly, their light a silent reminder that they are part of something much larger, something eternal. The outlaws, though they may have once feared the past, now find peace in it. The past is not something to be feared, but something to be understood. It is a part of them, a part of the land, a part of the rhythm that moves through everything. The castle may have stood tall in its time, but the land, the earth, the river, the trees, they are eternal. They are unbroken. As the fire burns low, its embers glowing softly, The outlaws close their eyes, their bodies at rest, their minds calm. The land, the stars, the river, they are all a part of the world, and they are part of it. The rhythm of life continues steady and unbroken, and the outlaws, in this moment, are at peace. As the night deepens, the world seems to slow down, wrapped in the quiet stillness of the hours just before dawn. The fire beside the outlaws flickers gently, casting long shadows that stretch across the ground, creating a soft dance of light and dark. The air is cool, carrying with it the scent of the earth, damp and rich, mingling with the faint fragrance of pine. The wind, though light, stirs the leaves in the trees, creating a soft, soothing rustle that adds to the melody of the night. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the sounds of the world fill you. The distant murmur of the river, flowing steadily through the land, is a constant companion, its rhythm slow but unbroken. The world outside the fire is peaceful. The trees, the river, the sky, all seem to exist in perfect harmony, moving together in an eternal dance that has been going on long before the outlaws arrived, and will continue long after they are gone. There is no rush here, no need to hurry. The land moves at its own pace, steady and sure, and the outlaws, though they have come from a world filled with urgency and fear, now find themselves moving in time with the land. Each breath they take is a reminder that they are part of something much larger, something eternal. The castle, with all its power and fear, has faded into the past, and the outlaws now walk with the rhythm of the earth, their steps in tune with the world around them. The fire crackles softly beside them, its warmth a comforting presence in the cool night air. The embers glow faintly, their orange-red light casting a soft glow on the faces of the outlaws, who sit quietly, each lost in their thoughts, each at peace in their own way. The land, the trees, the river, they are all part of the same rhythm, the same pulse that moves through everything. The past, with its struggles, its pain, its fears, has been left behind. The present, though it may be fleeting, is full of peace, full of connection, full of life. The outlaws may have once lived in fear, constantly running from the law, from the past, from the world that chased them, but now, here in the quiet of the night, they have found peace. The land is their home now, the earth beneath their feet solid and grounding, steady and sure. The stars above them shine softly, their light steady and constant, as though they are watching over the world, offering a silent promise that life continues, steady and sure, through all the trials, through all the struggles. As the night wears on, the world around the outlaws seems to grow quieter still. The sounds of the forest, the river, the wind, they blend together, creating a soft symphony of life that fills the air. The fire, though small, holds the warmth of the night, and the outlaws rest in its glow, feeling the rhythm of the world pulse gently around them. The past may have shaped their lives, but it no longer holds them. They are free now, free to move with the land, free to follow the rhythm that continues, unbroken. The world outside continues its steady rhythm. The forest, the river, the stars, they are all part of the same flow, the same unbroken pulse that moves through everything. The outlaws, though they have walked a different path, are still part of that flow, still part of the land, still part of the eternal rhythm that carries life forward, unbroken and steady. The first light of dawn begins to creep over the horizon, the soft glow of the sun breaking through the trees. The outlaws rise, stretching their limbs, feeling the cool morning air fill their lungs. The world around them stirs as the day begins, but there is no urgency, no need to rush. The land moves at its own pace, and the outlaws, in tune with it, move at their own pace as well. The castle, the law, the struggles, they are all distant memories now, fading into the background as the world continues, steady and sure. As they move forward, the outlaws feel the pulse of the land beneath their feet, the rhythm of the earth guiding their steps. The trees sway gently in the breeze, the river flows steadily by, and the world around them moves in time with the land. There is peace here, a peace that comes from being part of something larger, something unbroken. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. They are part of the land now, part of the eternal flow of life that continues without end. The world moves on, the rhythm of life continuing, steady and sure. The outlaws walk forward, their steps in harmony with the land, part of the flow that carries them forward. The past, with its fears and struggles, has faded into the distance, leaving behind only the present, only the peace of the land, only the steady rhythm of life that moves through everything. The day is quiet, still and serene as the outlaws walk through the forest, their feet making only the softest sound against the earth. The air, warm with the light of the sun, carries the scent of pine, damp soil, and the faint fragrance of wildflowers growing in the shaded spots of the forest floor. Every step they take seems to sync perfectly with the land, the steady pulse of life flowing through them, grounding them in the present moment. The trees stand tall around them, their trunks thick and strong, their branches reaching upward toward the sky, catching the light that filters through the leaves. The shadows cast by the trees move gently as the breeze stirs the leaves, creating a soft, soothing rustling sound that fills the air. The world feels timeless, like a quiet lullaby that has been sung for centuries and will continue long after the outlaws have gone. As they move deeper into the forest, the outlaws begin to feel the weight of the land beneath their feet, solid and reassuring. The earth is steady, unyielding, and the rhythm of life flows beneath the surface, unseen but felt in every step. The forest, though vast, feels familiar, as if it has been waiting for them, guiding them along its paths, offering them its shelter and its peace. The land is their companion now, the trees their guardians, and the river that flows nearby is their guide, carrying them forward into a future that is as yet unknown. Every breath the outlaws take is filled with the fresh, pure air of the land. They breathe in the sense of the earth, of the trees, of the world around them, and in doing so they feel connected to it, like a part of something larger, something timeless. The world may be vast, but in this moment the outlaws are part of it, moving in time with the rhythm that flows through everything. They are part of the land, part of the trees, part of the river, part of the earth that sustains them. The soft murmur of the river continues to flow beside them, its waters steady and constant. The sound of the water is calming, soothing, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. The outlaws listen to the river's flow, feeling its steady rhythm deep within them. The river, though it may have seen many seasons come and go, is still the same, its flow unbroken, steady, and sure. The outlaws, though they have faced many trials, are part of that rhythm, part of the land, part of the river's unbroken flow. As they walk beside the river, they feel the coolness of the water as it touches the air. The river is a reminder that life continues, even in the stillness of the moment. The land, the trees, the river, they are all part of the same flow, the same eternal cycle of life. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. The land is their companion, their guide, and in the quiet of the river's flow, they find peace. The sun climbs higher in the sky, its light warming the earth and casting a soft golden glow over the landscape. The outlaws, though they may have once run from the past, now find themselves moving in time with the land. There is no rush, no need to hurry. The rhythm of the earth is steady, and the outlaws walk with it, moving at the pace of the world, not at the pace of the past or the future. The land is their home, and in the quiet of the morning they feel at peace. The forest is full of life, but it is not overwhelming. It is gentle, like a song that has been sung for centuries, a song that will continue long after the outlaws are gone. The trees stand tall around them, their branches reaching upward, their leaves catching the light and casting soft shadows on the forest floor. The world feels expansive but also intimate, as if the outlaws are not just moving through the land, but moving with it, part of its eternal rhythm. The air is calm now, the breeze soft, and the world around the outlaws feels peaceful, untouched. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer controls them. They are free, part of the land, part of the river, part of the earth. The castle, the law, the struggles, they are behind them now, fading into the distance like the last rays of the setting sun. The outlaws are no longer bound by the weight of their past, and as they walk, they feel the freedom that comes with being part of the land, part of the world, part of the flow of life. The river continues its steady flow beside them, its waters glistening in the sunlight. The trees, tall and strong, stand beside them, their leaves rustling gently in the breeze. The outlaws continue their journey, moving forward with the rhythm of the land, steady and sure. The past is behind them, but the land, the river, the trees, they are part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life. The river continues to hum softly beside them, its steady flow guiding the outlaws forward. But it's not just the river that keeps them company. As they walk deeper into the forest, the air around them seems to change, thickening with an ancient energy, as though the land itself holds secrets it's kept hidden for centuries. The trees, their leaves shimmering under the soft light of the sun, feel as though they've seen countless lives unfold beneath their branches. The soft rustle of the leaves becomes a whisper, and the outlaws can't help but listen, as if the forest is sharing its stories with them. The earth beneath their feet feels different here, softer, richer, as though it holds something precious deep within it. Each step they take seems to stir something beneath the surface, something ancient, something alive. The outlaws, though they've walked many paths in their lives, feel as though they are treading on sacred ground, a place that holds the memory of those who have lived and died here long before them. They pause for a moment, their eyes scanning the forest ahead. The path they walk is narrow, winding between the tall trees, their roots visible above the soil, twisting and curling like the fingers of the earth itself. The outlaws have walked through many forests, but none quite like this. Here the air feels heavy with time, with stories left untold, with lives that have come and gone. The forest seems to hold its breath, waiting for something. As they continue, the sun begins to filter through the canopy above, casting dappled light onto the forest floor. The light flickers softly, as though it too is moving with the rhythm of the land. The soft murmur of the river continues, like a steady heartbeat that keeps time with the world around them. The land, though silent, seems to pulse with life, its ancient rhythm flowing through the air, through the trees, through the very earth beneath their feet. The outlaws, though they have long since left behind the world of castles and courts, feel the weight of history here, of those who have come before them. They can almost hear the echoes of their voices, the sound of laughter, of sorrow, of struggles fought and victories won. It's not just the forest that is alive. It's the memory of the people who lived here, who made their homes in the shadows of these trees, who found their rhythm in the heartbeat of the land. They come to a clearing, the trees parting to reveal a small, ancient stone structure. The stones are worn, their edges smoothed by the passage of time, but they stand strong, as though they are holding on to something important, something that has been hidden here for centuries. The outlaws approach the structure cautiously, feeling an instinctive pull toward it, as if the very air around it is vibrating with a quiet energy, a force that is calling them closer. The structure is simple, but there is something sacred about it. The stones, though weathered, still hold the imprint of something ancient. The air around it feels different, charged with the weight of the past. The outlaws step forward, their hands brushing against the cool stone, feeling its smoothness, its solidity. It feels like the earth itself, holding its secrets, waiting for someone to uncover them. The outlaws enter the structure, and immediately they are struck by the stillness inside. It is as if time itself has stopped here, the walls holding on to the memories of those who built it, those who lived within it. The light that filters through the small cracks in the stone casts long shadows, adding to the sense of mystery that hangs in the air. The structure is simple, but it is not empty. It is filled with the weight of history, with the secrets of those who came before. They move slowly through the space, their eyes scanning the walls, the floor, the ceiling. There are markings on the walls, carvings that are faded with age but still discernible, symbols and patterns that speak of an ancient language, one that is no longer spoken but still holds meaning. The outlaws pause for a moment, studying the markings, feeling the quiet pull of the past. As they stand in the center of the room, they feel the presence of those who built this place, those who lived and died here. The land, the stone, the air, they all seem to be holding on to the memory of these people, as though they are still here, still part of the earth, still part of the flow of life. The outlaws are not just visitors to this place. They are part of its story, part of its rhythm, part of the unbroken flow that has moved through this land for centuries. The air in the structure is cool, the scent of old stone and earth filling their lungs. They take a deep breath, feeling the weight of the past settle over them. The stories of those who came before are not gone. They live on in the stone, in the earth, in the rhythm of the land. The outlaws may have left the past behind, but the past is still with them, still a part of them, still a part of the land. The fire crackles softly outside, its warmth a comforting presence as the outlaws return to their camp. The world outside is quiet now, the forest settled into the peaceful rhythm of the night. The trees sway gently in the breeze, the river murmurs softly, and the stars above shine with a quiet, constant light, their glow a reminder that time continues, steady and unbroken. The outlaws sit by the fire, their faces illuminated by its gentle light, feeling the warmth of the flames against the cool night air. They are part of the land now, part of the story, part of the eternal rhythm of life. The night deepens, and the forest grows quieter, the sounds of nature blending into a peaceful lullaby. The soft rustling of the leaves, the gentle murmur of the river, the occasional call of an owl. All of it creates a steady rhythm, a pulse that seems to connect the outlaws to the land, to the earth itself. The moon, now high in the sky, bathes the world in a soft, silvery light, casting shadows that stretch across the ground, moving gently with the breeze. The world is still, yet alive, its pulse steady and unbroken. The outlaws sit by the fire, the warmth of the flames casting a soft glow on their faces. The crackling sound of the fire is soothing, steady, like a heartbeat that echoes through the night. It is a reminder that life continues, even in the quiet moments. The past, though it has shaped them, is no longer a burden. The struggles they have faced are behind them, carried away by the steady flow of the river, by the rhythm of the earth that moves through everything. The land around them seems to hum with life, yet the silence is profound. It is not a silence of emptiness, but a silence full of presence, full of stories that have yet to be told. The trees stand tall, their branches reaching upward, their leaves shimmering softly in the moonlight. The earth beneath them feels solid, steady, grounding them in the present. The air is cool, but it carries with it the warmth of the fire, the scent of pine and damp soil, a comforting reminder that the land is alive, that it is ever present. The outlaws listen to the night, to the sounds of the forest, the river, the wind. It is a sound that fills them with peace, with a sense of connection to the world around them. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer controls them. They are free now, part of the land, part of the rhythm that moves through everything. The night is quiet, but it is full of life, full of memories, full of the unbroken pulse that moves through the earth. As the fire burns low, the outlaws close their eyes, the soft glow of the embers casting shadows across their faces. The warmth of the fire fades, but the peace of the night remains, wrapping around them like a blanket. The world outside is quiet, the stars twinkling softly in the sky, their glow a constant reminder that life continues steady and sure. The land, though it may seem still, is alive with the pulse of life, with the rhythm of the earth that moves through everything. The outlaws, though they have known struggle, now find themselves at peace with the world. The land is their companion now, their guide, their protector. The castle, the law, the struggles, they are behind them now, fading into the past like the last rays of the setting sun. The river, the trees, the earth, they are part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life. They are free, and in this moment they rest in the peace of the land, in the silence of the earth. The stars above shine brightly, their soft light casting a gentle glow on the world below. The outlaws, though they are still on their journey, feel at peace. The world, though vast, feels intimate now, as though the land is wrapping them in its quiet embrace, holding them close, steady and sure. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer holds them. The land is their home now, and the rhythm of the earth moves through them, steady and sure. The night continues, the world moving at its own pace, and the outlaws walk with it, moving in time with the land. The trees, the river, the sky, they are all part of the same rhythm, the same unbroken flow. The world continues, and they move with it, steady and sure. The past is behind them, but the land, the river, the trees, they are part of their story now, part of the eternal rhythm of life. The night, though still, is full of life, full of the steady pulse of the earth. The outlaws rest, their bodies at ease, their minds calm. The fire has burned low, its embers glowing softly, but the peace of the night remains. The world is vast, but in this moment it feels small, manageable, full of peace. The outlaws are part of the land now, part of the rhythm of life that continues, unbroken, steady and as the night wears on, the world continues its steady, unhurried pace. The fire crackles softly, its warmth still lingering in the air, but the coolness of the evening is beginning to settle in. The breeze, now gentle and soothing, carries the scent of earth and wood, the fresh fragrance of pine and damp soil that fills the air, mingling with the faint sweetness of wildflowers. The stars, now shining brightly above, cast their soft glow over the land, their light steady and constant, as though watching over the world, offering their quiet guidance. The outlaws sit in silence, their bodies relaxed, their minds at ease. The world around them feels alive, but not overwhelming. It is full of the quiet hum of life, the rustling of leaves, the murmur of the river, the soft call of a distant bird. The sounds blend together, creating a peaceful melody that fills the air. The land, though vast, feels small in this moment, manageable and full of peace. The past, with all its struggles and fears, has faded away, carried by the steady flow of time, while the present is calm, steady, and sure. The trees, though silent, stand as guardians around them, their branches reaching up toward the stars, their roots buried deep in the earth. They are part of the rhythm of life, part of the flow that moves through everything, steady and unbroken. The outlaws, though they have lived through much, now find themselves moving in time with the land, with the earth beneath their feet, with the steady flow of the river that carries them forward. There is no rush, no urgency. The rhythm of life is calm, and the outlaws walk with it, feeling the peace of the world around them. As they sit beside the fire, the warmth of the flames slowly fading into the cool night air, the outlaws feel the weight of the past begin to lift. The fears, the struggles, the battles, they are no longer a part of them. The land, the river, the trees, they are their companions now, their guides, their protectors. The world moves forward at its own pace, and they move with it, steady and sure, part of the rhythm of life that continues without interruption. The fire burns low now, its embers glowing softly in the dark, casting gentle shadows across the ground. The world is quiet, but it is full of life, full of the quiet hum of nature, steady and sure. The outlaws sit by the fire, their faces illuminated by its soft glow, their bodies relaxed, their minds calm. The world around them is at peace, and they are at peace with it. As the stars continue to shine overhead, the outlaws feel a deep connection to the land, to the world around them, to the rhythm of life that flows through everything. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer holds them. The land is their home now, their companion, their guide. The river, the trees, the earth, they are part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life. The air is still now, the breeze gentle, and the world seems to be holding its breath, waiting for something, though there is no need for haste. The outlaws sit in the peace of the land, feeling the quiet rhythm of the world move through them. The forest is alive with the soft rustling of the leaves, the murmur of the river, the steady hum of life that continues unbroken. The outlaws, though they once feared the world, now find themselves at peace with it. They are part of the land, part of the flow of life that continues, steady and sure. As the fire burns low, the outlaws close their eyes, the warmth of the flames fading, but the peace of the night remaining. The world around them is at rest, and they too rest in the quiet embrace of the land. The land may be vast, but in this moment it feels small, manageable, and full of peace. The past is behind them, and the future, though unknown, feels full of possibility. They are part of the land, part of the world, part of the eternal flow of life. The night deepens, and the forest grows quiet once more. The stars above shine softly, their light a reminder that the world continues, steady and sure. The outlaws, though their lives have been shaped by struggle, now find themselves at peace with the land. The world, though vast, feels intimate in this moment. The land, the trees, the river, they are all part of their story now, part of the rhythm of life that continues, unbroken. As the hours stretch on and the night deepens, the forest around the outlaws seems to soften, the edges of the world growing less defined. The trees stand like sentinels in the darkness, their long shadows stretching across the forest floor, as though reaching for the soft light of the stars above. The air is cool now, fresh with the scent of pine and earth, the fragrance of damp soil mingling with the crispness of the night. The breeze that stirs the leaves carries with it a sense of timelessness, as though the land is breathing in unison with the world. The outlaws sit in the quiet of the night, the warmth of the fire beside them slowly fading, leaving only the soft glow of embers in the dark. The crackling of the fire is the only sound that fills the silence, its steady rhythm echoing in the stillness of the forest. The flames dance and flicker, casting shadows that move across the ground, stretching like ghosts that drift in and out of the light. There is something calming about the fire, something that feels like the heartbeat of the earth itself, steady and unbroken. The outlaws, though they have lived through much, now find themselves at peace in the quiet of the night. The struggles of the past are behind them, carried away by the steady flow of time. They are no longer bound by the fears of the past, the law, or the castle. They are free, and in this moment the land around them feels like a refuge, a place where they can rest, a place where they can breathe deeply and simply be. The air around them is still, the only sounds being the soft rustle of the leaves and the occasional murmur of the river in the distance. The forest, though vast, feels intimate, as if the outlaws are part of it, part of the rhythm of the land. The trees, the earth, the river. They are all part of the same story, the same flow of life that continues, unbroken, through the centuries. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. They are part of the land now, part of the eternal rhythm that moves through everything. The stars above shine softly, their light steady and constant, casting a gentle glow over the world. The moon, full and luminous, bathes the land in its pale light, offering its quiet guidance. The outlaws, though they may once have felt lost, now feel a deep connection to the land beneath their feet, to the sky above, to the stars that watch over them. The rhythm of life is steady and sure, unbroken, like the stars in the sky, like the flow of the river, like the pulse of the earth beneath them. As they sit in the stillness of the night, the outlaws close their eyes, letting the sounds of the world wash over them. The gentle rustle of the leaves, the steady murmur of the river, the soft call of night birds, all of it blends together in a peaceful symphony that fills the air. The outlaws feel a deep sense of calm settle within them, as though they are part of the land, part of the world, part of the eternal rhythm of life that continues, steady and sure. The warmth of the fire has faded, but the peace of the night remains, wrapping around them like a blanket, soft and comforting. The outlaws, though they have faced much in their lives, now find themselves at rest, their bodies relaxed, their minds calm. The land, though it may be vast and full of history, feels small in this moment, manageable and full of peace. The world continues to move, steady and unhurried, but in this moment, the outlaws are part of it, moving in time with the land, with the river, with the rhythm of life. The fire has burned down to a bed of glowing embers, its warmth fading into the cool night air. The outlaws, though they may have once feared the night, now find peace in it. The night, though it is full of mystery, is also full of comfort, full of the steady rhythm of life. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer holds them. The land is their companion now, steady and sure, and in the quiet of the night they feel at home. The stars continue to shine above, their light constant and steady. The outlaws, though their journey is not yet over, now find themselves in the stillness of the night, part of the land, part of the rhythm that moves through everything. The world around them is peaceful, calm, and full of life. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. They are part of the land now, part of the unbroken flow of life. The fire has burned low, and the world around them is at rest. The outlaws sit in the quiet of the night, feeling the steady rhythm of the earth beneath them, the sound of the river in the distance, and the soft rustling of the leaves in the breeze. The night, though still, is full of life, full of peace, full of the steady pulse of the earth. The land is their home now, the trees their guardians, the river their guide. The past, though it has shaped them, is behind them, and the future, though unknown, feels full of possibility. The outlaws are free now, and in this moment they feel the peace of the land settle over them. The fire has burned low, but the peace of the night remains, and with it the quiet rhythm of life. The night, though still, seems to hum with the quiet pulse of the earth beneath. The stars above shimmer softly, their light gentle and constant, as though offering their silent guidance to the world below. The moon, now high in the sky, casts its pale light over the land, bathing everything in a serene glow. The air, cool and fresh, carries the scent of earth, pine, and damp leaves, filling the lungs with each deep breath. The outlaws sit by the now dwindling fire, the warmth from the flames fading, but the peace of the night remaining, like a soft blanket wrapping around them. The quiet is not empty, but full of life, full of the soft sounds of the world, the gentle rustling of the trees, the occasional call of a distant bird, the steady murmur of the river. All of it blends together in a peaceful rhythm that lulls the mind, a steady cadence that feels timeless, unhurried. The fire crackles softly, sending a few last sparks into the air. Its warmth is comforting, like the last vestiges of the day, a reminder that life continues, even in the stillness of the night. The outlaws feel the warmth in their bones, the lingering comfort of the flames that once danced so brightly. Now, as the night deepens, the world feels softer, quieter, as though it is slowing down, preparing for rest. There is no urgency, no rush. The world moves at its own pace, steady and sure, and they move with it. The outlaws, though they are still on their journey, feel no need to hurry. The land, the trees, the river, they are their guides now, their steady companions, and in this moment the world feels small, manageable, and full of peace. The past, with all its struggles and challenges, has faded into the background, carried away by the steady flow of time. The future, though uncertain, feels full of possibility, full of the quiet rhythm that continues to pulse through the world, steady and unbroken. The trees around them stand tall, their branches reaching up toward the sky, their leaves rustling softly in the breeze. The forest, though vast, feels intimate, as though the land itself is wrapping them in a quiet embrace, offering them its protection, its peace. The outlaws sit in the stillness, their bodies relaxed, their minds calm, as they breathe in the cool night air. The sounds of the world, soothing, steady, unhurried, fill the silence, creating a sense of serenity that settles over them. The world outside the fire is quiet, but it is full of life, full of movement. The river, though far off, can still be heard, its steady flow a constant reminder that life continues, even in the quiet of the night. The breeze stirs the leaves in the trees, creating a soft, gentle rustle that blends with the murmur of the water. The world around them is not empty. It is alive with the quiet hum of life, steady and sure. The outlaws, though they have lived through much, now find themselves at peace with the world. They are not alone. The land, the trees, the river, they are their companions, their guides, their protectors. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer defines them. The world continues to move forward, and they move with it, their steps in time with the rhythm of the land. As the fire burns low, the outlaws close their eyes for a moment, feeling the gentle rhythm of the world around them. The warmth of the fire fades, but the peace of the night remains. The stars above continue to shine, their light steady and constant, like a promise that life continues, even in the stillness of the night. The outlaws, though they may have feared the past, now feel the calm of the land, the peace of the earth filling them. The night continues on, steady and unhurried. The world is at rest, but it is still full of life. The trees sway gently in the breeze, the river flows steadily beside them, and the stars above shine softly. Their glow a silent reminder that the land, the earth, the world, everything, moves in time with the rhythm of life. In the stillness of the night, the outlaws feel the weight of the world beneath them, the steady pulse of the land, and they realize that they are part of it. The past, the struggles, the challenges, they are behind them now, fading into the distance like the last rays of the setting sun. The world is vast, but in this moment it feels small, manageable, and full of peace. The outlaws, though they have walked a difficult path, now find themselves at rest in the quiet embrace of the land. As the night deepens, the outlaws sit in the peace of the land, feeling the steady rhythm of the earth beneath them, the quiet pulse that moves through everything. The fire burns low, the embers glowing softly in the cool night air. The stars continue to shine, their light a gentle reminder that the world continues, steady and sure. The land, the trees, the river, they are all part of their story now, part of the eternal rhythm of life. The night stretches on, soft and uninterrupted, the silence thick with the peaceful rhythm of the earth. The stars, like gentle guardians of the land, continue to glow above, their light a silent assurance that the world continues, steady and unbroken. The breeze, though light, carries with it the fragrance of the earth, fresh and rich, mingling with the faint scent of damp leaves and the wood smoke from the fire. The land, though vast, feels intimate here, as if it is holding the outlaws in its quiet embrace. The fire beside them burns low now, its embers glowing softly in the cool night air, casting faint shadows on the ground. The outlaws sit in silence, the flickering flames offering them warmth against the night's coolness. The world outside the fire is still, yet it is full of life, full of the steady hum of nature. The leaves rustle in the trees, the river continues its quiet murmur, and the soft calls of night birds echo through the forest. The air is crisp now, but it carries a certain stillness, as if the world is pausing, taking a deep breath before the next moment. The trees, their trunks sturdy and strong, stand like silent sentinels around the outlaws, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. The outlaws, though they have known hardship, now find themselves at peace, resting in the warmth of the fire, feeling the pulse of the land beneath their feet. The river, though distant, continues its steady flow, its sound a reminder of the steady rhythm that moves through everything. As the world around them grows quieter, the outlaws feel a deep connection to the land, to the rhythm of the earth that moves through everything. The forest, the river, the stars above, they are all part of the same flow, the same unbroken cycle of life. The past, though it has shaped them, is behind them now, fading into the distance like the last rays of the sun. The land is their companion now, steady and sure, its rhythm moving through them, grounding them in the present. The trees, though they have stood for centuries, seem to whisper in the wind, their branches creaking softly as the breeze moves through them. The outlaws listen, feeling a deep sense of connection to the world around them. The land is alive, full of the stories of those who have come before, and the outlaws are now part of that story. The fire, though small, holds a steady warmth that reaches deep into their bones, offering a quiet comfort. The crackling of the fire is a steady rhythm, soothing and unhurried, a reminder that life continues, even in the quietest moments. The world outside the fire is calm, but it is full of life. The river flows steadily, its sound soft and steady, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. The outlaws, though they may have once been afraid of the silence, now find peace in it. The night, though still, is full of movement, full of the rhythm of life that continues without interruption. The wind stirs the leaves, the river flows, and the world moves in harmony, steady and sure. As the night deepens, the stars above shine brightly, their light casting a soft glow over the land. The outlaws sit in the quiet of the night, feeling the steady rhythm of the earth beneath them. The fire has burned down to a bed of glowing embers, its warmth still lingering in the air. But the peace of the night remains. The world is full of life, but it moves at its own pace, unhurried, steady. The outlaws move with it, their bodies relaxed, their minds calm. The river, though distant, continues to flow beside them, its steady murmur a reminder of the rhythm of life that carries everything forward. The trees sway gently in the breeze, their leaves rustling softly, as though they are whispering secrets to the night. The outlaws listen to the quiet rhythm of the land, feeling it in their bones, feeling it in every breath they take. The past, though it has shaped them, is no longer a burden. The land is their companion now, their guide, their protector. The night is still but full of life. The world continues, steady and sure, and the outlaws move with it. The fire burns low, its embers glowing softly, and the sounds of the world fill the night with peace. The outlaws sit quietly, their thoughts calm, their bodies at rest. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. They are part of the land now, part of the flow of life that continues, steady and unbroken. As the night continues, the world around them seems to grow quieter, more peaceful. The trees sway gently in the breeze, their leaves rustling softly, like a lullaby that fills the air. The outlaws close their eyes, feeling the steady rhythm of the earth beneath them, the cool night air filling their lungs. The world is at rest, but it is full of life, full of the steady hum of nature, full of the rhythm of life that moves through every fire has burned down to its last embers, its warmth fading, but the peace of the night remains. The outlaws, though they have known struggle, now find themselves at rest, part of the land, part of the world. The past, with all its struggles and fears, is behind them now, and the future, though uncertain, feels full of possibility. The land, the trees, the river, they are all part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life that continues, steady and sure. As the night deepens further, a deeper calm settles over the world. The stars above are like distant lanterns, their glow steady and soft, casting a gentle light on the earth below. The moon, full and luminous, spills its pale light over the forest, painting the land in a quiet, serene glow. The trees, now dark silhouettes against the sky, seem to stretch up toward the heavens, their branches swaying gently in the soft evening breeze. The coolness of the night wraps itself around the outlaws, like a soft, comforting blanket. The air is fresh and crisp, filling their lungs with its purity. Every breath they take feels like a renewal, as though the land itself is inviting them to breathe deeply, to let go of the worries that once weighed them down. The fire, now reduced to a few glowing embers, flickers gently, casting soft shadows on the ground. The sound of the crackling flames has quieted, but the warmth remains, a subtle reminder of the comfort that still exists in the world. The world outside is peaceful, but it is not empty. The gentle rustling of the leaves, the soft murmur of the river in the distance, the occasional call of a bird, all of these sounds weave together to create a soothing symphony, a quiet lullaby that fills the air. The outlaws sit in the stillness, feeling the world around them, feeling the connection to the land beneath them, to the stars above, to the pulse of the earth that moves through everything. The trees, tall and ancient, stand as silent guardians, their trunks solid and unyielding, their roots deep in the earth. The outlaws feel a deep connection to the land, to the rhythm that moves through it. The forest, though vast, feels intimate, as if the land is wrapping them in its quiet embrace, offering them its peace, its comfort. The outlaws are no longer strangers to this land. They have become part of it, part of the rhythm that moves through the trees, through the river, through the earth beneath their feet. Each step they take feels more certain, more in tune with the land. The weight of the past has lifted, carried away by the steady rhythm of time, and they are left with nothing but the present moment. The world around them continues at its own pace, unhurried, unbroken. The outlaws move with it, part of the flow of life that continues, steady and sure. There is no need to rush. The land moves at its own pace, and the outlaws, in harmony with it, follow along. The world is full of life, but it is not overwhelming. It is calm, steady, and peaceful, like the gentle hum of the earth itself. The outlaws, though they have faced much in their lives, now find themselves at peace with the land, with the rhythm of life that moves through everything. The past, though it has shaped them, is no longer a burden. The world is full of possibilities now, full of the quiet promise of the future. They are no longer bound by the chains of their past. The land has set them free, and in this moment they are at peace. The fire, though it burns low, still offers its warmth, casting a soft glow on the faces of the outlaws. The embers crackle gently, their steady rhythm filling the silence. The outlaws sit in the quiet of the night, feeling the steady pulse of the land beneath them, the soft murmur of the river in the distance, the rustling of the trees in the breeze. The world is at rest, but it is full of life, full of stories, full of the rhythm that continues unbroken. The night deepens, but the outlaws feel no fear. The past, though it once haunted them, no longer holds sway over their lives. The castle, the law, the struggles, they are behind them now. The land, the trees, the river, they are their companions now, their steady guides, and they move forward, steady and sure, with the rhythm of life that continues, unbroken. The world around them moves at its own pace, but it moves with them, as if they are part of the flow, part of the land, part of the earth. The stars above continue to shine softly, their glow steady and constant. The river, though it may be distant, continues its steady flow, carrying with it the stories of the past, the echoes of lives lived long before. The outlaws are part of that flow now, part of the river, part of the land, part of the eternal rhythm of life. The warmth of the fire continues to fade, but the peace of the night remains, filling the air with its quiet presence. The world outside is still, but it is full of life. The land is alive with the pulse of the earth, with the steady rhythm of the river, with the rustling of the trees. The outlaws sit in the stillness, feeling the world move around them, feeling the quiet comfort of the land, knowing that they are part of it, part of the rhythm of life that continues. The night is at peace, and the outlaws, though they have walked a long and difficult path, now find themselves at rest. The fire has burned down to embers, its warmth fading, but the peace of the night remains, wrapping around them like a blanket. The land, the trees, the river, they are all part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life that continues. As they close their eyes, the sounds of the world around them fade, the gentle rustling of the leaves, the soft murmur of the river, the steady pulse of the earth. The outlaws rest, their minds calm, their bodies at ease, knowing that the world continues, steady and sure. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer controls them. The future, though unknown, is full of possibility, and for now, they rest in the peace of the land. As the night stretches on, the world around the outlaws begins to feel even quieter, the soft hum of life blending into the background. The stars, though far away, continue to shine brightly, their light steady and constant. The moon, full and glowing, cast a soft light over the landscape, bathing the trees, the river, and the earth in a peaceful, ethereal glow. The air is cool, filled with the fragrance of the earth, of pine, and the faint scent of moss. The night is calm, unhurried, and the outlaws, though they have lived through much, now find themselves at peace. The land, though vast, feels intimate in this moment, as if the earth itself is embracing them, wrapping them in its quiet rhythm. The trees stand tall around them, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. The rustling of the leaves is soft and soothing, like a lullaby that has been sung for centuries. The world around them moves at its own pace, but the outlaws feel no need to hurry. They move with the rhythm of the land, with the steady flow of life that continues, unbroken. The river, though it flows steadily beside them, is no longer just a body of water. It is a reminder of the past, of the lives that have come and gone, and of the rhythm that moves through everything. The outlaws listen to the steady flow of the river, feeling its pulse deep within them, its unhurried pace a comforting presence. The river carries with it the memories of those who have lived before, the stories of their lives, their struggles, and their triumphs. The outlaws, though they have faced many trials, now find themselves moving in time with the river, moving in harmony with the flow of life that continues. The trees, though silent, feel alive with history. Their roots, deep in the earth, stretch back through the ages, holding the land together, steady and sure. The outlaws, though they have walked many paths, now find themselves walking with the land, part of its rhythm, part of its flow. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer controls them. The future, though it is uncertain, feels full of possibility, full of the steady pulse of life that moves through everything. As the night deepens, the fire burns low, its embers glowing softly in the darkness. The warmth of the flames fades, but the peace of the night remains. The outlaws, though they have lived through much, now find themselves at rest. The world around them is full of life, but it is a quiet, steady life, full of the rhythm of the land, of the flow of the river, of the steady pulse that moves through everything. They sit in the stillness, feeling the quiet rhythm of the earth beneath them, the steady murmur of the river beside them, the soft rustling of the leaves in the trees. The night is calm, the world moving at its own pace, and the outlaws move with it. There is no need to hurry, no rush, only the quiet peace of the present moment. The trees, their trunks strong and unyielding, stand around them like silent guardians, their branches reaching up toward the stars. The outlaws feel a deep connection to the land, to the trees, to the river, to the earth beneath their feet. The world around them, though vast, feels small in this moment, manageable and full of peace. The land, the trees, the river, they are all part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life that continues. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer controls them. The struggles they have faced, the challenges they have overcome, have all led them here, to this quiet moment, to this peaceful place. The land, though it has witnessed the passage of time, continues on, steady and sure, its rhythm unbroken. The outlaws, though their journey is far from over, now feel a deep sense of peace, knowing that they are part of that rhythm, part of the land, part of the eternal flow of life. As the night continues, the outlaws close their eyes, feeling the rhythm of the earth beneath them, the steady murmur of the river beside them, and the quiet sounds of the forest around them. The world is still, but it is full of life, full of the steady pulse that moves through everything. The outlaws, though they have lived through much, now find themselves at peace with the land, with the rhythm of life that continues unbroken. The fire burns low, its embers glowing softly, but the peace of the night remains. The outlaws sit in the stillness, knowing that they are part of the land, part of the world, part of the eternal rhythm of life. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. The future, though uncertain, is full of possibility. For now, they rest in the quiet peace of the land. The night continues its quiet march, with the gentle rhythm of the world all around. The outlaws, though their bodies are weary, feel the peace of the land settle deep within them. The stars, though distant, seem to shine more brightly now, their light a steady presence in the darkened sky. The moon high above casts a soft silver glow over the landscape, bathing the world in a gentle, tranquil light. The trees, tall and still, stand like silent sentinels, their branches swaying ever so slightly in the cool night breeze. The air is fresh and clean, filled with the subtle fragrance of pine and earth. The outlaws breathe deeply, letting the cool night air fill their lungs, feeling the weight of the world lift with each breath. The land, though vast, feels intimate now, as if the earth itself is wrapping them in its quiet embrace. The world, in all its vastness, has become small in this moment, manageable, peaceful. The past is behind them, and the future, though uncertain, feels full of promise. The fire, though low, still flickers softly, casting a warm glow in the darkness. The soft crackling of the flames is a comforting sound, steady and familiar, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. The outlaws sit by the fire, their faces illuminated by its soft light, their bodies at ease, their minds calm. The night around them is quiet, but full of life. The trees sway gently, the river flows steadily, and the world continues at its own pace, unhurried, unbroken. The world outside the fire is still, but it is alive with the rhythm of nature. The soft rustling of the leaves, the distant murmur of the river, the faint call of a night bird, all of it comes together to create a peaceful symphony that fills the air. The outlaws, though they have faced many trials, now find themselves at peace with the land, with the rhythm of life that flows through everything. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer controls them. The land, the trees, the river, they are their companions now, steady and sure, guiding them forward into the unknown future. As the fire burns low, its embers glowing softly, the outlaws begin to feel the pull of the night. The world around them is quiet, yet full of movement, full of life. The trees, the river, the earth, they are all part of the same rhythm, the same unbroken flow that moves through everything. The outlaws, though they have walked many paths, now feel themselves moving in time with the land, with the river, with the steady pulse of the earth. The fire, though small, offers a steady warmth, a reminder that life continues, even in the stillness of the night. The outlaws sit in the quiet, their bodies at ease, their minds calm. The land, though vast, feels small in this moment, intimate, peaceful. The stars above shine brightly, their light steady and constant, like a promise that the world continues, unbroken. The outlaws, though they may have once feared the night, now find peace in it. The land, the trees, the river, they are part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life. The night deepens, but the outlaws remain at peace. The world around them, though full of life, feels still like the quiet before dawn. The trees, their branches reaching toward the sky, seem to hold the land together, steady and sure. The outlaws, though they have faced many struggles, now find themselves in harmony with the world, moving in time with the rhythm of the land. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer controls them. The land is their companion now, their guide, their protector. The night is calm, the breeze gentle, and the world moves at its own pace, unhurried, steady. The outlaws sit by the fire, feeling the warmth of the flames against the cool night air. The sound of the crackling fire fills the silence, a steady, comforting rhythm that mirrors the pulse of the earth itself. The outlaws close their eyes for a moment, letting the peaceful rhythm of the world wash over them, feeling the steady pulse of the land beneath them, the gentle murmur of the river in the distance. As the fire burns low, the outlaws sit in the peace of the night, feeling the rhythm of the land flow through them. The world around them is still, but it is alive, full of the steady hum of nature. The trees, the river, the earth, they are all part of the same unbroken flow, the same eternal rhythm of life. The outlaws, though their journey is far from over, now feel a deep connection to the land, to the rhythm that moves through everything, steady and sure. The night deepens, the stars shining brightly above, and the outlaws, though they are far from home, now feel at peace. The land is their home now, the trees their guardians, the river their guide. The past, though it has shaped them, is behind them now, fading into the distance like the last rays of the setting sun. The world continues steady and sure, and they move with it, part of the unbroken flow of life. As the night stretches on, the world around the outlaws seems to slow even further, the calm deepening like the quiet before a storm that never comes. The air, cool and refreshing, wraps itself around them, soothing their tired bodies, their weary souls. The world around them, though vast, feels so small in this moment. The trees, now dark silhouettes against the sky, stand tall and steady, their branches swaying gently in the breeze, as if offering their silent guardianship over the land. The moon, full and luminous, casts its soft light on the world below, illuminating the path ahead with its serene glow. The outlaws, though they have walked long and hard, now feel themselves at peace with the world around them. The steady rhythm of the earth, the gentle murmur of the river, the rustling of the leaves, all of it blends together in a comforting lullaby, a steady pulse that moves through everything, unbroken, like the heartbeat of the land itself. The fire beside them crackles softly, its glow casting faint shadows that dance gently on the ground. The warmth of the flames, though fading, is still comforting, like the last remnants of the day that linger in the coolness of the night. As the cool breeze stirs the trees, the outlaws sit in the quiet of the night, feeling the pulse of the land beneath them. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer holds sway over their lives. The world around them, though vast, feels intimate now. The land, the trees, the river, they are part of them now, part of their story. The outlaws have come to know this place, to understand its rhythm, its pulse. They move with it, steady and sure, feeling their hearts beat in time with the earth beneath them. The trees, their leaves shimmering softly in the moonlight, seem to sway gently in time with the breeze, as if they too are part of the rhythm of life that moves through everything. The world around them is still, yet full of life. The river, though distant, continues its steady flow, a constant reminder of the unbroken rhythm of nature, a reminder that life continues steady and sure, no matter the trials they have faced. The outlaws listen to the river's soft murmur, feeling its steady pulse deep within them, as if it is guiding them forward, carrying them with the flow of time. As the night deepens, the outlaws feel the weight of the earth beneath them, grounding them in the present moment. The fire burns low, its warmth still lingering in the air, but the night has taken over, wrapping the world in its cool embrace. The stars above, though far away, seem to shine brighter now, their glow steady and constant, offering their quiet light to the world below. The outlaws look up at the stars, feeling a deep connection to the vastness of the universe, to the eternal rhythm of life that moves through everything. The night is still, but it is full of life. The trees, the river, the earth, they are all part of the same flow, the same eternal rhythm that moves through time. The outlaws, though their journey is far from over, now find themselves at peace with it, at peace with the world around them. They are no longer strangers to the land. They are part of it now, part of the flow of life that continues, steady and unbroken. The air is cool now, but the warmth of the fire still lingers in their bones, a gentle reminder of the comfort they found in the quiet of the night. The trees, though still, seem to whisper in the breeze, their branches swaying gently as the wind moves through them. The outlaws sit by the fire, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the embers, feeling the steady rhythm of the land beneath them. The world outside is quiet, but it is full of life, full of the steady pulse that moves through everything, steady and sure. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. The land, the trees, the river, they are their companions now, their guides. The fire, though it burns low, still offers them warmth, its steady crackling a reminder that life continues, steady and sure. The outlaws, though they have faced many trials, now find themselves at rest, their bodies relaxed, their minds calm. The world around them continues to move at its own pace, but they move with it, feeling the steady rhythm of the earth beneath them. The night is full of the soft murmur of the forest, the rustling of the leaves, the gentle flow of the river. The outlaws, though they have lived through much, now find themselves at peace, part of the land, part of the world. The stars above continue to shine, their light steady and constant, like the rhythm of life that moves through everything. The outlaws close their eyes for a moment, letting the peace of the night wash over them, feeling the steady pulse of the earth beneath them, the soft murmur of the river, the rustling of the trees. The world is at rest, and so are they. As the night deepens, the world around them feels even more peaceful, more serene. The land, though vast, feels small now, intimate. The trees, the river, the earth, they are part of their story now, part of the unbroken flow of life. The outlaws, though they have faced many trials, now find themselves at peace with the world, at peace with the land. The rhythm of the earth moves through them, steady and sure, and in this moment they are part of it, moving in time with the land, the river, the trees. The fire burns low, its embers glowing softly in the dark. The world around them is quiet but full of life. The outlaws, though they have walked a difficult path, now find themselves at rest, feeling the peace of the land settle deep within them. The past is behind them, the future is unknown, but in this moment they are at peace with the world, part of the eternal flow of life that continues, steady and sure. The night has settled into its peaceful rhythm, and the outlaws, though weary from their long journey, now find themselves at rest. The world around them is quiet, yet full of life, as the trees stand tall and steady, their branches swaying gently in the cool breeze. The stars above continue to shine brightly, their light soft and constant, offering their quiet illumination to the world below. The moon, full and luminous, casts its gentle glow across the landscape, painting everything in a serene light. The air is crisp now, the coolness of the night wrapping itself around the outlaws like a soft blanket. The scent of pine and earth fills their lungs with each deep breath, grounding them in the present moment. The fire beside them burns low, its warmth lingering in the cool night air, casting a soft glow on the faces of the outlaws. The crackling of the fire is steady, like the heartbeat of the earth itself, filling the quiet night with its comforting rhythm. The world outside the fire feels still, but it is far from empty. The rustling of the leaves, the soft murmur of the river, the distant call of a night bird, all of it blends together in a soothing symphony that fills the air with peace. The outlaws, though they have walked many paths and faced many trials, now sit in the stillness of the night, at peace with the land, at peace with the world. The past, though it has shaped them, no longer defines them. The future, though unknown, feels full of possibility, full of promise. The trees, tall and silent, stand around them like guardians, their roots deep in the earth, their branches reaching up toward the sky. The outlaws feel a deep connection to the land, to the earth beneath their feet, to the steady rhythm that moves through everything. The fire, though low, still offers them warmth, a comforting reminder that life continues steady and sure, even in the quietest moments. As the fire burns low, the outlaws close their eyes for a moment, letting the peace of the night wash over them. The quiet of the world fills their senses, and they are carried on the rhythm of the land. The outlaws listen to the soft murmur of the river, the rustling of the trees, the sound of the earth beneath them. The world is at rest, and so are they. The night continues steady and sure, but for now, they are part of it, moving with the rhythm of the earth, the steady pulse that flows through everything. The stars above shine softly, their light steady and constant, like the eternal rhythm of life that continues, unbroken. The moon, full and radiant, continues to cast its pale glow over the land, bathing everything in its serene light. The outlaws, though they have walked through many trials, now find themselves at peace with the land, with the rhythm of life that flows through everything. The fire, though it burns low, still offers them warmth, and the quiet of the night remains, wrapping around them like a blanket. The land is their companion now, their guide, their protector. The trees, the river, the earth, they are part of their story, part of the unbroken flow of life. The past is behind them, the future unknown, but in this moment they are at peace with the world. The world continues to move at its own pace, and the outlaws move with it, steady and sure, part of the rhythm of life that flows through everything. As the night stretches on, the world around the outlaws seems to slow, deepening into a serene calm. The air, cool and fresh, wraps around them like a gentle embrace. The world, though vast, feels small in this moment, intimate. The outlaws, though they have faced many struggles, now find themselves at rest, part of the land, part of the rhythm that moves through everything. The stars above continue to shine, their light constant, steady, and sure. The outlaws rest, knowing that the world continues to move at its own pace, steady and sure. The land is their companion now, their guide, their protector. The river continues its flow, the trees sway gently in the breeze, and the stars above shine steadily. The world moves forward, but in this moment, they are at peace. part of the eternal rhythm of life that continues, steady and sure. As the night draws on, an even deeper stillness fills the air. The outlaws, though their journey has been long, now find themselves enveloped in the calm embrace of the land. The world around them, though vast and full of mystery, feels serene in this moment. The trees stand tall, their branches stretching out to the heavens, their leaves rustling softly in the breeze. The quiet murmur of the river flows beside them, a gentle reminder that life continues, steady and sure, even in the stillness of the night. The stars above twinkle softly, their light constant and unwavering, like a silent witness to the passage of time. The moon, full and radiant, bathes the earth in its pale glow, illuminating everything with a serene, peaceful light. The outlaws, though they have walked through many trials, now find themselves at rest, part of the land, part of the rhythm that flows through everything. The fire beside them burns low, its warmth still lingering in the air, offering its final comfort before the night fully takes over. The air, cool and crisp, wraps around them like a gentle caress. They breathe in deeply, feeling the fresh, clean air fill their lungs, grounding them in the present moment. The land, the trees, the river, all of it feels like a gentle embrace, holding them in place, allowing them to rest, to breathe, to be. The world outside the fire is quiet, but it is full of life, full of the steady hum of nature, full of the rhythm that moves through everything. The outlaws sit in this stillness, their bodies at ease, their minds calm. The fire, though it burns low, still offers its warmth, like the final remnants of a day that has passed, but the peace of the night is beginning to take over. The stars above shine softly, their light steady and constant. The river continues its flow, steady and sure, and the trees sway gently in the breeze, as though they too are part of the unbroken rhythm of life. As the night continues, the outlaws sit in quiet contemplation, feeling the peace of the land wash over them. The past, with all its struggles and hardships, has faded into the background, carried away by the steady flow of time. The land, the trees, the river. They are their companions now, their guides, their protectors. The world around them continues steady and sure, but they are no longer bound by the weight of their past. They are free, part of the land, part of the rhythm of life that moves through everything. The night is still, but it is full of life. The trees, though silent, feel alive with history. The river, though it flows quietly, carries with it the stories of those who have come before. The outlaws are part of that story now, part of the land, part of the eternal flow of life. The fire burns low, its warmth fading, but the peace of the night remains, wrapping around them like a blanket, offering comfort and calm in the quiet of the moment. As the fire burns down to a bed of glowing embers, the outlaws close their eyes, the steady rhythm of the world lulling them into peaceful rest. The night, though deep, is full of life, full of the steady pulse of the earth. The stars above continue to shine brightly, their light steady and constant, offering their quiet illumination to the world below. The river, though it may be distant, still flows steadily, its rhythm unbroken, reminding them that life continues, steady and sure. The outlaws, though they have faced many trials, now find themselves at peace with the world, the land, the trees, the river. They are their companions now, their guides, their protectors. The past may have shaped them, but it no longer defines them. They are part of the land, part of the world, part of the unbroken flow of life that continues steady and sure. The night deepens further, and the outlaws, though their journey is far from over, feel a deep sense of peace settle within them. The world continues to move steady and sure, but for now, they are part of it, moving in time with the land, the trees, the river, and the stars above. The past is behind them, and the future, though unknown, feels full of possibility, full of promise. As they sit in the quiet of the night, the world continues around them, but it feels distant, as though they are floating in a peaceful, timeless space. The sounds of the night, soft and soothing, carry them into a deep, restful sleep. The fire burns low, the river continues its steady flow, and the trees sway gently in the breeze. The stars above shine brightly, their light a constant presence in the dark sky. The land is their companion now, their guide, their protector. The past is behind them, the future unknown, but in this moment they are at peace with the world. The night is calm, the world is at rest, and the outlaws are part of it, part of the unbroken flow of life that continues, steady and sure. As they drift into sleep, the world around them continues its steady rhythm, full of life, full of the peaceful hum of nature. The outlaws are part of it, part of the land, part of the eternal rhythm that moves through everything. And in this moment they are at peace, knowing that the world will continue steady and sure, and they will move with it, part of the flow, part of the land, part of the rhythm of life.